The hair is messy. We have the coffee. Everything's fine. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Bean, and today we're going to be doing my end of 2023 / beginning of 2024 book haul. Now, for the year 2024, I am obviously on a book buying ban, as is everybody, aren't we? But then Barnes & Noble had a sale. And I'm still getting my BookBox books. And, yes. I only have a couple pre-orders, so most of my pre-orders are actually manga, and I only have one pre-order in this whole thing, which is really exciting. So I have this kind of split into 4 different sections. And we're going to start with the pre-orders, because that's what I keep talking about. Sorry my hair is messy, but I'm a little messy right now, so it works out. Editing being here, so I actually started this video talking about a different book that I thought I had hauled in November, December. I hauled it back in like July. So I took that clip out, and from here on out, like, it sounds like I'm skipping something, and it's because I just cut that book out because I think I already hauled it in a different video, and somehow I just missed that. So you're gonna have to forgive the awkwardness of this part. I done messed up. Sorry. Continue on. I got a gift. I got a Christmas gift. I got one book for Christmas this year, and that was Some Desperate Glory by Emily Tesh. This is a Tor.com book, which honestly automatically has me intrigued because I love Tor and Tor.com books. They're very appealing to me usually. But it's better for me to read this, honestly. A thrillingly told queer space opera about the wreckage of war, the family you find, and who you must become when every choice is stripped from you. Since she was born, Kier has trained for the day she can avenge the murder of planet Earth. Raised in the bowels of Gaia Station, alongside the scraps of humanity, she readies herself to face the wisdom, the powerful reality-shaping weapon that gave the Mojada their victory over humanity. They are what's left. They are what must survive. Kier is one of the best warriors of her generation, the sword of a dead planet. When command assigns her brother to certain death and relegates her to nursery to bear sons until she dies trying, she knows she must take humanity's revenge into her own hands. Alongside her brother's brilliant but seditious friend and a lonely captive alien, Kier escapes from everything she's known into a universe far more complicated than she was taught and far more wondrous than she could have imagined. I don't know if this is a series, honestly. I don't remember, but I am very intrigued by it. It sounds very revolutionary, like a revolution book. And it was a gift from one of my best friends from childhood. We've been friends since we were 4 years old, and she sent me this book, so thank you so much, Anna. I really appreciate it, and hopefully I'll get to it soon. The next set of books I'm going to go through are my BookBox books. I am filming this at the end of January, or the middle of January more like, and I have not yet gotten my January Twisted Retreat box. They are a little bit behind. They're switching to a new shipment center, so they warned us that they would be a little bit behind. In the November box, I'm caught up with myself now. So in the November box, we actually got 2 books, which is very exciting. Both of them were, one of them was signed. This first one that we got was Ling Hun by Ai Jiang, and I do not know what this is about. I know there is a child on the back and a grown woman on the front. There's bones in here. And honestly, when I went and looked up the description, it didn't have a summary, so I don't know what this is about. But there are content warnings for abuse, child death, graphic imagery, racism, trauma, and violence. So I don't know if that helps, but I don't know what this book is about. So we're gonna read it at some point. I don't know what it's about. I really just know it's a gothic tale. All I have gathered is something about funerals and gothic tales. Possibly haunted house, because the original cover has a house on it. So that's what I know. I don't know anything about this book, so I'm very intrigued and I'm very curious. I'm a little wary, but it's also, this is like a leather cover. So, and it's a thing they've been kind of dabbling in, is doing leather covers rather than the printed dust jackets, so I'm not sure where they're going with this, but we'll see. And then the second book that I got from Twisted Retreat was Girl Among Crows by Brendan Veyo. Beware the Brotherhood of the Raven. When two boys vanish from her hometown, Daphne Gage notices uncanny parallels to her brother's disappearance 30 years earlier. Symbols of an ancient Norse god. Rumors of a price to reward the town's faithful with wealth and power for a price. She warns her husband that another sacrifice is imminent, but just like last time, no one believes her. This leaves her with a desperate choice. Investigate with limited resources or give in to the FBI's request for an interview. For years, they've wanted a member of the Gage family to go on record about the tragedy back in 1988. If she agrees to a deposition now, Daphne must confess her family's dark secrets. But she also might have one last chance to unmask the killer from back then and now. I love Norse mythology, and I'm super intrigued by this one. Also, this cat cover is, there's so much going on. It's captivating. I'm very intrigued. Nice thing about Twisted Retreat, they do have sprayed edges. We've got runes on this one. And then they have custom end pages. And then a custom, imprinted cover here. So I'm super excited for this book. It'll be very intriguing. This is me kind of diving into horror, honestly. I haven't done a lot of horror, but I want to get into more. In case you can't tell, I do want to read more horror. And then the December book for Twisted Retreat was Through a Glass Darkly by W.H. Hussey. So they either send 2 books with one less item or they send 1 book with an extra item. It depends on the month. It kind of seems like they're alternating almost. But this is a PI story, a PI mystery, which is interesting, not one that I usually read. Steeped in classic horror, this chilling contemporary tale deals with secrets long buried, festering guilt, and haunting loneliness. Jack Trent, the most effective criminal investigation officer in the history of the department, is having bad dreams of a child's murder in the forest at the hands of something indescribable. But these are more than nightmares. They are visions of the future that Jack has tried for years to suppress. Something happened to Jack in his childhood, something that means he cannot touch another living person, and something that killed his mother. And this something has returned to inspire his visions. In a final race against time, Jack attempts to save a boy's life in the clearing of Redgrave Forest. Can he face the long-dead Dr. Medicant and the ancient darkness of Crow Haven? Can he face the evil line living inside himself, and what will he make of the Doctor's final devastating revelation? I don't know. The cover is very Scarecrow-esque to me, and I'm not sure why. I don't read a lot of procedural mysteries because they don't intrigue me very much. So this is paranormal. It'll be a little bit more interesting, but it's not really my thing, so we'll see. I am going to try it, see what happens. But these are the edges. They've got feathers, which are just absolutely gorgeous. We've got our end pages, and then we've got the cover, which is gorgeous. And then with this one, I think, is where they started doing, they're doing, exclusive signed editions. So there you go. It's signed by the author, which is very exciting. So, yes! And then the last book box that I have was Book of the Month, and I did get 2 books. The first one is one that should come as no surprise. I did get Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. This is the first book in the Ruinous Love Trilogy, and what I know is it follows 2 serial killers who are killing for each other. And that's what I know. And they kill like bad people. They kill like murderers and rapists and like people who should be in jail. So we'll see. I'm intrigued. There's an amazing amount of trigger warnings in the front of this book, so yes, but I am excited to start it. And it is actually on my February TBR, so there you go. And the second book I picked up, well, the monthly book I picked up was First Lie Wins by Ashley Elston. This is a thriller about a woman who is not who she says she is. Evie Porter has everything a nice Southern girl could want: a doting boyfriend, a house with a white picket fence, a tight group of friends. The only catch is Evie Porter doesn't exist. So I always like the identity switching ones. I've been wanting to read more of these that are well done, and I haven't heard anything about this one yet, so hopefully we'll get it started soon. I make a point not to know everything about the books I go into, but the book box ones are ones that I do want to know more about, so yes. The last set of books I have are, Barnes & Noble did a sale with 20% off all hardcovers, or 40% off all hardcovers, and with the extra bonus, whatever it was, $20. I don't remember. It's been a couple weeks and I'm tired. But I got quite a few books, not gonna lie. So let's go through the books that I did buy and the main reason why I'm on a book buying ban again. First one, I did pick up several paperbacks because those did apply for the cashback that we got. I got Do Your Worst by Rosie Danan. I've talked about this book before. I'm really excited about it, and it is a romance between an archaeologist and a paranormal investigator who find themselves at the same castle. So that's what I know. That's what I'm excited about. I cannot wait to read this book. I think it sounds absolutely amazing. I also did finally pick up a copy of Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldree. This is the prequel to Legends and Lattes. I still might pick up the Broken Binding copy just because it's absolutely gorgeous. But I'm really excited to read more in this world. I really loved Legends and Lattes, so. And then I also picked up the 5th book in the Five Nights at Freddy's Fazbear Frights short story collection. This is Bunny Calls. I am reading the 4th one, which is Step Closer in January, so then I can move on to this one. And I like having the physical copies too. These are 3 creepy short stories that take place in the world of Five Nights at Freddy's, and they're all really creepy, really disturbing, but really, really good. So far, my favorite book is 135? Yeah, 135 AM, I think is my favorite one so far. It's got some really creepy stories in it. I also, this one I actually ordered. My bad, I have this in the wrong pile. But I got A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch by Sarah Hawley. I absolutely adored the first book in this series, which was A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. This one follows 2 characters that we actually did meet in the first book, and I'm very intrigued. I have my doubts about this one, but she did just announce a 3rd book in this series, and I adore the titles, so we're gonna stick with it. Next, I do want to try and collect all of the books in the Wayward Children series, so I found Where the Drowned Girls Go by Shauna McGuire. This is book number 7, I think. I have these ones. I have 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. So there we go. I'm collecting them slowly but surely, and then I will reread the whole series. We also got, because it was out, we got the sequel, Dark Star Burning, Ash Falls White. This is the sequel to Song of Silver Flame Like Night, which we are reading in January. Callie and I are kind of buddy reading it. I just need to read it. I haven't done that yet. But this is a duology by Amelia Wenzhou. I don't remember what it's about, but I absolutely love this cover a lot more than the other ones. So I know it is, I believe it's a Eastern mythology retelling of sorts. So I don't remember, but I'm really, really excited. I love her writing. I loved Blood Heir so much, so let's go. And then, because I could, I picked up The Frugal Wizard's Handbook for Surviving Medieval England by Brandon Sanderson. This is the 2nd book in his Secret Project series from last year, and this is all about a wizard that finds himself dropped off literally in medieval England with only part of a book that's called The Frugal Wizard's Handbook for Surviving Medieval England, and he has to figure out how to get home. And I think I've heard very good things about all of his stories, and there's like drawings inside. It sounds really sweet and like a lot of fun. So there's all your sketches. I'm very excited for this. I want to read more Brandon Sanderson anyways, so. And I haven't jumped into, I have The Way of Kings right here. I just haven't read it yet. Next, I also picked up The Hunting Moon by Susan Denner. This is the sequel to The Luminaries, which I also haven't read yet, but I do plan on reading it. And Callie talked me into buying this. It's a short book. She's like, you can binge it in an afternoon. It'll be fine. And the last book that I'm going to talk about, I picked up because sprayed edges. But I picked up actually because I've been eyeing this for a while, and this is Sons of Darkness by Gaurav Mohanty. This is a debut, and the tagline is "Some ballads are inked in blood." I don't remember what this one is about exactly, but it is a Gods one, and my camera is actually almost out of battery. So I'm going to finish this video up, but that is my haul for the first part of this year and the end of last year. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, keep reading, and keep moving forward. And I have way too much energy right now. Bye!